Inside Scoop Emerald Planet. Here again, your host, Dr. Sam.
Hello, I'm Dr. Sam Hancock, the President and Executive Director of EmeraldPlanet and EmeraldPlanet TV. We're coming to you live from Dar-es-Salaam in Tanzania, a beautiful country in East Africa. And I have with me Amos Mushala, who has the very interesting and intriguing title of Patron of SHINA Inc., both of the United States and Tanzania. Welcome to the EmeraldPlanet TV, Amos.
Thank you very much, Dr. Hancock. I'm glad to be here.
Well, we're glad to have you. What's the title of Patron? Share that for us about what that means, and then tell us a little bit about SHINA Inc. from your perspective.
From my perspective on what is SHINA Inc. SHINA Inc. is a strong group trying to help the most vulnerable, those that cannot be reached by the big organizations. We are a small organization, but we are able to go to the grassroots level. Me being as a patron, I act as the overseer to see which one I can approve that we can be able to go to or we cannot be able to handle. When something is too big of a project, I either decide yes or no, point blank. I just oversee it, make sure the funds go right to the way it needs to go.
You really have a very interesting perspective on this. You do have a very progressive organization. You're reaching into many communities. How do you select the communities that you want to reach and to serve within the country of Tanzania?
Actually, it's unique. We don't select. Actually, they're selecting us, but then it comes back to me to look over, can we be able to handle that situation? But we don't accept application within our organization. Within the community where we serve, people, they either ask, we come and look, and if we're able to do it, we just dive into it. It's the individual, the community that approaches, and then we just look at that avenue. That's all we can do.
Now, looking at that perspective, as far as the people are finding you, how do people know that SHINA Inc. exists in Tanzania and that you're here actually to serve in these, as I would think, more rural or remote areas?
If you're an engineer, you can recall, when you want to talk to someone, you send a signal. So our signal are those people that we have reached. Those people that we have reached, they spread the word. Not advertising, but then they show what SHINA has done for them or what we have helped within the community, what we have done in that community. So by the word being spread out, that's how we are able to be reached or be known.
Some of the communities you've worked in, I've had a chance to visit with you. It's very intriguing, the work that you're doing. People obviously are benefiting. They're very excited about the services and the outreach effort that SHINA is providing. So looking at the people, how do you actually reach and touch these different people in these communities and to excite them, but at the same time to keep them excited about what you're doing?
We try to make it fun, at the same time educational. Once you educate that person, will be able to either live a better life, better themselves, better their life. So by them looking at us on a different level, and yes, we understand some of the vernacular language, but at the same time knowing we have some of the people on the ground level who understand what SHINA is about, and they spread the same thing to understand that we don't pay individuals. We just want them to understand by helping the human being will make themselves even better, or spread the word of love and understanding that we can all live under one earth.
Now, you have a very fascinating background yourself, is that you had a father that was a very strong influence in your life. He was very positive in his community, and it really propelled you when you went to the United States to achieve, keep achieving, but then be willing to give back. And I must say the amount that you give back to the community within Tanzania is absolutely incredible. And I want to applaud you for doing that. What were some of the short wit-isms, as I call it, that he shared with you as a young man that really has propelled you all these long years that you've been involved here through SHINA Inc. in Tanzania?
First and foremost, he told me never to forget where you came from. Even though I left this Tanzania a long time ago, you are at that pull of coming back. Just visit. At the same time, you're the love of the people and love of the family, love of the community. And he also said, aim high and your failures will be a success. So every little thing that I think I've failed, but in a way I've propelled further and further. So little things like that, but the love of the Father, and to say, beware of your human person beside you, be aware of your surrounding. Everybody is not going to like what you do, but at the same time, know what you want to do, know what you want to reach, and go for it.
Looking at the people that you're actually working with in these diverse communities, because you're in the islands like Pemba and Zanzibar, then on the mainland, many different communities that I've had the honor and privilege to travel with you. There's quite a bit of diversity as far as socioeconomic backgrounds, as far as the livelihoods within these different communities. Describe some of those for us and how you think that SHINA Inc. really fits in to helping these diverse communities to shape themselves but actually become even more successful in the future.
Being that my father was an educator, education was the foremost thing. Once you have the education and understanding what's your surrounding, I think you'll be able to understand the love of the people and enjoy the life. Without, when we're reaching these individuals, is looking at what they have. They don't have much, but then simplicity. Sometimes we have to go back. Living is simple. You can go a long way. But in America, we have so much things that thrown at us or given to us, now working for it, but sometimes you find yourself lost because you're so inundated with so much stuff you don't know where to go. You get confused. But within the simplicity of the African culture, the life within the African family, simple but happy. And we are able to reach diversity, Pemba, Zanzibar, because once you travel there and see they're happy to see you, and you are giving just a minute what you can afford or what you can just afford to give out. And they're very happy, and they pray for you that you continue to do the same to others and grow to even reach other communities. So that makes me a lot satisfied within the heart.
Looking at the benefits that you have, much of that would be intangible. Yet at the same time, you have the special energy, the special zeal. I've seen you interact with, teachers at the school and turn right around and have a very different interaction, but very personal, very warm with the students. And then we'll go to another community. It may be a health center. It could be some other kind of operation. But each of those, you have this special spark, this special energy. Where do you think that comes from? The fact of coming back home to Tanzania? Or again, is this the manifestation of the spirit of your father, or a combination of those?
In actuality, I think is my father's spirit. Because when we were young, he made sure that, or he pinpointed me to make sure that education was the foremost. At the same time, when you see someone happy, you see a kid very happy within time, you want to help further their education or further in life so they could look the future, not giving up on life or not giving them, there's no much help for them. But when I see or when we see kids progress, they try the best they can, we are satisfied also.
Looking at the long-term growth and expansion of SHINA Inc., you're saying that people are coming to you, they're providing the request, to be involved with you. What are some of the things, now that you have a number of established relationships around Tanzania, And what are you maybe looking for in the future? Any particular type of community, or again, you just want to leave it open and let people express their needs and then determine how to best assist or support?
Well, from learning from my friends and like EmeraldPlanet, best practices, but then we wait for that particular. We're not choosing, it's coming to us and we look at what we can, our ability to help. So we leave it open, but then we get more demands. Sometimes we tend to want to cut back, but then you say, what happens to those that I've helped? Maybe they'll come back to us. We have seen those that we have helped, and they're doing much, much better than they were before. But sometimes it's kind of hard to just let go. But you just leave it open, and hopefully God will lead us to better avenues by meeting friends in America, like you, like Poco Chemicals, and we'll see where we go from there. But it's in God's will.
Well, looking at that, and we're getting towards the end of this, and thank you for being with us, Amos. This has really been a fantastic experience being with you in Tanzania. You're doing wonderful work. Looking at over the next 5, 10, and 15 years, what are some of the ways that you would like to reach out, or maybe your own personal commitment, growth that you would get out of it by working in more communities?
It's still going to be the same. Children, seeing them progress in their education. I'm falling back to my father and my wife, what we've been through. Education will lead. It's like teaching a person to fish, and they'll survive a long time. But now we want to reach the kids to appreciate education, appreciate what their surrounding, and appreciate life. All in all, just the love of the people.
Amos, thank you for being with us, and thank you as we look around the globe as we create the Emerald Planet.